All right, we are back on the Go Explore Granbury podcast. I am your host, Mickey Sharon, and we are really excited today to be joined by my good friend, Kirk Grable of Captn Kirks Tiki Cruises. And Kirk, I got to tell you, before you introduce yourself, probably one of the most creative, original names I've ever heard. So, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Mickey. I appreciate it.
So, tell us just a little bit about. Of course, we are just now. I mean, we're just now into mid March, and so we're just now really getting to the boating season. But tell us a little bit about what your inspiration for launching this Captn Kirk's Tiki Cruises. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. As a kid, back many years ago, Granbury had a paddle wheel vessel, and I remember going down with my parents and having a dinner cruise, having a lot of fun. It was really fun getting out on the water and just enjoying. And for such a long time, we haven't had anything like that. And there were so many residents who live in Granbury, but they don't really have an opportunity to get out on the water and see Granbury from a different perspective. So I thought it would be a great idea to offer a service that not only we promote to people who come into town and see a different side of Granbury, but we also offer that to our local residents who may never have been able to get out on the water and see Granbury from that perspective. The other thing is we have a large retirement community that those folks, most of them haven't had the opportunity to get out on the water. So we really pride ourselves on being able to take a large group of seniors out, whether they're maybe they have walkers or maybe they're in wheelchairs, and we still get them out on the water. Just because they have some type of mobility issue doesn't mean it's going to stop us from being able to take them out on the water. We'll get them out there and let them experience the same thing. Our kind of when we set out to do this, our philosophy is when you step on that boat, we want you to forget anything that you're worrying about or anything that's bothering you in your life and forget it for the next hour and a half and go out, sit back and have a good time and enjoy the beauty that God's created for us here in Granbury. There's nothing like being able to come around under the bridge and see the sunset going down over the courthouse square. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the color changes, especially as we get more into summer and that sun starts setting right there and you get the vibrant colors. It's amazing. And we just kind of wanted to provide an experience, a family experience, friends, parties, weddings, that type of thing, because it wasn't here. And we wanted to make that so that people could get that and be a good patron and a good steward of the community and spread the word about Granbury. And I hope that we've been successful with that in our short tenure from last season. We're starting up this season, and we really want to see the growth and the expansion of people coming back that we've taken in the previous year, and really just expand on that and build memories. You can buy everything in the world, but the thing you can't buy is more time and more memories.
You
So
know
that's
that
kind of
that
how we started out.
Yeah, didn't mean to interrupt you there, but you make a great point there, Kirk. Really seems like even more so since we've kind of come out of the COVID, pandemic and everything. People are a lot more focused on the experience. You spoke of having the experience, and we hear that a lot. That people are, they've had lots of money. They've had great opportunity. They've had great success either in this endeavor or that endeavor. But I think the COVID pandemic kind of brought home to a lot of people that you can have a lot of stuff and you can even have a lot of money and be really successful, but it's those experiences, whether those be with family or friends. It's those experiences that are that really give the meaning and quality to life. Would you agree with that?
Nick, yeah, I 100% agree with that. You do so many things throughout your life, but the things that you do, that you take a moment to do something special, are the moments that we remember. What I call them is our Kodak moments. When we take our pictures, we want to look back and remember that feeling. We want to remember that time so we can relive it through that photo. And that's kind of what our goal is to create an evening, a day, a sunset with your family, with your friends that you remember. You remember when you were happy, you remember when you were together, and you remember the beauty that you got to see with each other and share the experience.
Absolutely. You know, and you also spoke of when people step foot on your boat, you want them to basically forget about whatever is going on in their life for for the next 90 minutes. It's amazing how much like theater that that is. My background obviously is in theater and everything, and that's what we always talk about on before shows. Is we'll talk about we are here. A big part of our job is for the people that are sitting out there in the seats in the house. They are here to basically set aside their week, everything that they've gone through, over the last week, and the problems they've encountered, the difficulties, and part of our job is to go out and for the next 2 hours help those folks forget about what they carried with them to the theater, and try to get them to check all that mental and emotional baggage at the door, and and just give them a break for a couple hours. And I sense that what you're talking about is much the same thing.
It is, and that's that's exactly. We want to carry them to a happy place and let them experience that. If I can touch Mickey just a little bit on kind of what the vessel has on it,
Sure.
and kind of explain that to your folks. We're a 30-foot vessel, and we have a restroom on board, and then we have bench seating on the inside, and then we've got a bar with cup holders on it where they can sit and put their feet out and stretch back and just relax and enjoy a meal from our partners in Mesquite Pit, or they can bring their own beverages. We do not sell any alcoholic beverages on the vessel, but they can bring their own in a cooler, or they can purchase to-go packages from Mesquite Pit, our partners where we sail out of, and bring them on board the boat. We All of our captains are Coast Guard captains. The vessel is a Coast Guard inspected vessel and meets all standards, as well as we are inspected and coordinate through the Brazos River Authority and also Texas Parks and Wildlife. So when you go out, we're not just somebody who's taking you out on a party cruise. We're somebody who operates in a very efficient, professional, and safe manner. We have life jackets for each and every person on the vessel. If it's a child 13 years of age or younger, he or she is required to wear that life jacket anytime they're on the vessel. And I know they're not always happy about that, especially in the summertime because they're hot. And quite honestly, you look like the Michelin man wearing that big orange life jacket.
All right.
So when they make the reservations, if they do have kids, we always encourage them, if they have a life jacket that they're comfortable with, and it's a Coast Guard approved life jacket, to bring their own because they're happier.
Right.
And I can understand why.
Sure.
But safety is definitely something that we go for 100%. All of the trash that is generated while we're out on the vessel, we ask all of our patrons just to leave where it is. We go through and collect that trash during the trip and after the trip. That way, we are environmentally friendly. Nothing gets into the lake or the water, and we ensure that that is taken care of by our own captains and deckhands. The bathroom is something that we ensure that's on there for people to make sure they're comfortable, because an hour and a half, if you've had a couple of beverages or a couple of drinks, that's a long time to wait if you need a restroom. So we want to make sure everybody's happy.
Right. Oh, most definitely.
And we kind of mirror the same program down in our sister location in Port Aransas, Texas. Down there we have a 47-foot yacht and do kind of the same exact package. We don't carry as many people down there as what we do in Granbury. In Granbury, we can carry a party of 20. So we do a lot of bachelorette parties. We've done some weddings on the lake as well. Um, I'm capable of marrying anyone if they decide that that's what they would like to do and have a beautiful sunset, be out on the water with friends. Historically, what we've done with that is they've done live broadcast while they're out on the water, and they've had one person in charge of the audio visual, and they do that while we have their party of 20 on there, and they broadcast it. And it's been a lot of fun, a lot of great memories, and just a lot of great relationships that have been bonded there. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. Be a good steward. Show what Granbury is all about in the heart of Granbury, and the fact that no matter where you come from, we've had a lot of people from up north that have come in, and they're visiting, and they speak about the hospitality. And that's what we want to leave them with, is the reminder that we do care. You're not just another number who's riding with us. We care about you. We care about your experience, and we care about the memory that you leave with. And that's our goal.
Awesome, awesome! What a great business to be in. So you spoke about people can bring their own coolers. You don't sell any drinks on the boat, but people can bring with them whatever they want to drink. Bring their own coolers, and or they can purchase it from the Mesquite Pit steakhouse and grill that's right there. And just so people understand, your excursions leave out of the boat ramp that is located right there at the Mesquite Pit, correct?
That's correct. Yes, sir. We also have partnered with them. If they want to do a meal, they can order in advance. We've got coupons whenever they make a reservation with us. We give them for 10% off on their meal, and they'll deliver it out onto the boat, so they can take it out on the boat with them as we go out and do our tour.
Man, that sounds cool.
It's a
Nothing.
lot of fun.
Yeah, combine the great food from the fine folks at Mesquite Pit with Captain Kirk's Tiki cruises. You've got a great evening.
It is. We one of the neat things that we do also is Divine Wines is one of our local wineries, and we actually partner with them. If a group wants to order wine before from them and they will deliver that wine onto the vessel so that it's there for the patron whenever they get ready to set sail.
Wow, that's really neat. What a great service.
It is. We try to really be full scale and all encompassing to please everyone and to provide a very positive and fun experience.
So, tell me what kind of excursions that you have, and when you generally do those. What's your schedule look like?
Historically, we try to do a 10 a.m., a 2 p.m., and the evening cruise kind of changes depending on our lighting and the season of the day, but around 4 to 5 p.m., and as we get further into summer, about 6 p.m. Our cruises are an hour and a half, and then we also do um, private event where you can book the vessel, and that is usually a 2 hour cruise where you're allowed to come down, decorate the vessel 30 minutes beforehand, and then we'll cruise on the water while we're underway for 2 hours and have a great time. And those we see a lot of those on corporate events, weddings, bachelorette parties, that type of thing, birthday parties as well.
Great. And people can go and they can book right on your website, correct?
That's correct. They can book themselves on the website, or they can call us at 1-833 Tiki Crew, CRU, and we can book for them and assist them in any way that they need assistance. Some people don't like technology and don't like doing that, And if that's the case, feel free to call us or feel free to just book right on the website.
Fantastic. All right, and of course we'll put your website and your phone number and your all your social media information. We'll put all of that in the description of this episode, so everybody will have that readily available. Because I know when people listen to this podcast episode, they're going to go, "Man, that is so cool! I've never known that Granbury had that. I want to book a cruise." So you can so your cruises are basically on Saturdays. Is that correct?
Actually, if we have enough people, we will cruise any day of the week. We're available
Ah,
Monday through Friday.
oh, excellent. Okay. Well, see, I learned something. I wasn't aware of that. So that's great information to have. So if you have a group that wants to go out on a Wednesday, if they've got four, 6 people or something like that, and they want to go out, then you will set that up with them.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that's great information to have. Well, listen, Kirk, I appreciate your time. Man, is there anything else you want to leave us with before we sign off of here?
No, just I guess the main thing I want to say is if you haven't came out to experience Granbury from the water and the hospitality and the beauty that's here in our town, come on out, join us, have a good time, and see what we see on cruises. It gives you a whole new perspective, and it's beautiful.
All right, man. Well, Kirk, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it, and I look forward to getting out on one of your Tiki cruises here very, very soon. And like I said, we will link all of your information in the description of this episode. And Kirk, thanks again, buddy.
Thank you, Mickey.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right,
All right,
goodbye.